Hello viewers, this is Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. Today I want to look at the Mueller investigation and whether or not anyone has interfered with it. This is based on a couple of things: seeing Whitaker testify before Congress, the extent of his evasion, the extent of his unwillingness to really answer what were very simple, straightforward questions. The mark of a man who is firmly potentially in Trump's pocket. As we know, he went to Trump Tower straight after that, Trump Hotel straight after that congressional hearing. So he is the acting Attorney General. He's come from nowhere, some conservative think tank. There are questions around money that was paid to him as allegedly for his salary. Which was in the millions, or I think it was 1.6 million that he received. So there's all sorts of question marks surrounding Whitaker. Then we had Adam Schiff come out, who is the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, on Sunday, and he's raising doubts about the extent to which the Robert Mueller has probed Trump's dealings with Deutsche Bank. Now, of course, Schiff has also announced they're going after the money trail, but I guess the salient point in that interview with Schiff is that he asks whether or not the Deputy Attorney General or someone has enforced a red line in the sand and said, no, Robert Mueller, you can't delve back into Trump's financial dealings. So that's the question I want to ask. I want to ask straight up. Let's ask straight up, has anyone interfered in the Mueller investigation? Has anyone interfered in the Mueller investigation? Has anyone interfered in the Mueller investigation? Have politics, has the president? We saw what happened with the cabinet hearing and the FBI investigation. The White House was directing that. Has anyone interfered in the Mueller investigation? Has anyone interfered in the Mueller investigation? All right, so we've got justice as the central card here. It's straight off out of the gate. We've got justice. What is this reading going to tell us about justice? The challenge to justice is the President of the United States. Okay, this is Donald Trump the President, not Donald Trump the businessman, Donald Trump the President. That is the challenge to justice. So quite a revealing spread already. Now we know in relation, I just want to go back to the justice card and the President of the United States being the challenge. We know that in past dealings, in the Nixon era, we saw interference with the FBI, plants like, potentially like Whitaker in particular positions to really make sure that things went the president's way. Is that what is happening? Is that shades of that happening again? Now, the foundation of the reading is the Seven of Swords. If this wasn't so serious, I would be actually, I'm smiling with irony here, because this is dishonesty. It is theft, it is betrayal, it is dishonesty. It is the thief in the middle of the night. It often comes forward in my Trump readings. That is the foundation of the reading. They are trying to get away with something here. There is tremendous pressure on justice, and it is coming from the office of the President and the President's enablers, really from the President's wide sweeping powers here, whether they are overt or covert. Now, in the past, we have the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is around self-defense, and ironically, a lot of irony coming forward here, it is around protecting oneself, and that is in the past position. I asked, has anyone interfered with the Mueller investigation? We haven't got to the outcome card yet, but we can see that they're definitely trying. Currently, at the moment, we've got the Empress. Now, I read this in a couple of ways. The Empress often to me is Congress. So it seems like Congress is right up over the top here. So even though I cannot tell you how critical the victory for the Democrats was in the midterms, and how critical it is that they make the most of it, and that they hold this president to account, because what is overshadowing the law enforcement, the investigations, is the office of the president. So to me, this marks Congress. The Empress also, I think, tells us that we've got a time period to really wait for results. So this is often associated with a harvest here, a bountiful harvest. So we haven't got to the outcome card yet. We don't know. We certainly know that the foundation of this reading and the signifier cards are there are threats to justice. In the immediate future, we've got the Sun card. Now, that is illumination straight after the Empress, which is essentially a very positive card. I rarely read this negatively, although sometimes it can point to Mother Russia. However, I'm really feeling strongly this is Congress. Had we not had that congressional oversight, had we had Republicans still holding the balance of power, things may have been different or harder. But we've got illumination coming forward very soon. It's in the immediate future position. So we've also got celebrations here. Celebrations. Okay, so that's interesting. What are we going to be celebrating? This is the Four of Wands. Is Mueller going to come forward with something? Is that what I'm feeling here? I'm feeling that the balance of power is in the Mueller investigations corner here rather than Trump's, even though the environment around, of course, is the Five of Swords, which is bullying, it's theft, it's abuse, it's abusing one's power. So we've got the foundation of the reading being theft and dishonesty, betrayal, coming essentially from the Emperor, which is challenging justice, to protect and defend the Emperor, or shall we call it the President. And the environment around us is we've got people are abusing their power. Yet we've got the Empress coming here as right sitting over the top, and the Empress, or that positivity that the Empress comes forward, that there will be results after time, is sitting right over the top of everything, almost as a protection for justice. And then we've got the illumination potentially coming quite soon, the celebrations, which is the focus of the reading itself. Now, what are the hopes and fears? King of Wands, interesting. There is no greater power than the King of Wands. He is the bold, or she is the bold leader, but it's also courage. It is also the courage to ensure that the right thing is done. So that is the hope here. The hope is that the right thing will be done. Now, what is the outcome card? The Page of Cups. That's interesting because we didn't pull a major arcana. We saw somebody coming forward with something small here. So this is something coming out. This is something being offered, but it's not a king. It's not a queen. It's not even a knight. It's a page. So there potentially could be something coming forward that Mueller might be bringing out soon, but it's not the major end game, okay? It's something a lot smaller than that. Something a lot smaller than that. I'm going to do a follow-up to this reading. Potentially, again, it's pointing to something that may very well disappoint someone, a smaller offering, okay? And we've got strength here. Now now we've got our major arcana, the strength. So the reading is telling us that there are threats to justice. If anyone has influenced the Mueller probe, it's only they've certainly tried. It's not over anything major. There's not been a wholesale move to change things. There's certainly been so much pressure up here coming from the office of the president to protect the president. Justice, you know, these are dirty tricks. This is like the thief that you're, you know, staying in the same house with that's going to make off with your jewelry. It's that kind of thing. It is, you know, it's really underhanded stuff. But it's also, in a way, unsophisticated as well, because we've got the Empress and the Sun, these major arcanas coming forward, and at the end we've got Strength. So what I'm seeing here is that there might be something small coming forward from Mueller, an indictment in the future, that in the near future, the immediate future, that may offer something in relation to the probe. But I think there is a caution here. We've got to wait for results for the end game with Trump, and we've got to the Strength card is coming forward here as well. And I'm reading this as the strength of the Mueller investigation. So I see the underhanded stuff coming forward from the office of the president. I see that perhaps Mueller has a longer term strategy here that we are not privy to. But I also see that he may come forward with something else again shortly. But really, in relation to the Emperor. The Emperor's the President of the United States. He was never going to go easily, and he was never going to go quickly. He was voted in, and he will be hard to remove. You know, your constitution makes it quite difficult to remove a sitting president, and indeed that should be the case as well. But Donald Trump is an anomaly. You know, not really seen since the days of Nixon, perhaps worse than Nixon. But we do have the Congress, and that's what I'm seeing is it was absolutely critical that the Democrats took the House in the midterms. Absolutely critical. It changed the path of the trajectory of this situation. Why did the Democrats take the House in the midterms? Because enough voters wanted them to hold Trump to account. So I see the strength of the Mueller investigation as prevailing. I see that Mueller has a longer term strategy. I see that he may be bringing something forward quite soon. I also see Congress sitting over the top of the president and making sure that justice is done. All right, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope that reading was helpful. It is hard for us to really sit through a situation where we saw those swords come forth, the Seven of Swords. We can see this unfolding before our eyes. However, you know, we want justice to be swift, and we want justice to be now. But we have the office of the president sitting over justice at this point in time. But what is sitting over the entirety of the situation is the Congress and the strength, the House, I should say, and the strength of the Mueller investigation. So look for something else coming down the line from Mueller should be quite soon. But it isn't the end game. We're going to have to wait a little bit longer for those results for the removal of the President of the United States.